Hello guys, welcome to the final segment of the All-Star race. There has been a change in plans and it will be 20 laps instead of the original 10 planned. They could not get a 10-lap shootout planned, so they decided that they will go with the 20-lap shootout. And segment 1 winner Keith Batson will be on the pole, and Riley Ogle, the segment 2 winner, will be starting second. Third will be Tom Bourne. Fourth will be Deegan Ponder. Fifth will be Stephen Bush. Sixth will be Andy Tran. Seventh will be Charles Jackson. Eighth will be Jake Johnson. Ninth will be Chad Smith. And 10th will be Ryan Wallace.
Start your engines!
So, give me just a second. Well, we'll see how this final segment of the All-Star race plays out. Zach Mann starting on the pole. Starting last. So, we'll just see how this plays out. It's Keith Batson and Riley Ogle will lead the field to the green flag to start the final segment of the All-Star race and head into the Coke 600. The green flag is out in the All-Star race. We'll just see how this goes. Keith leads the field into turn 3, and he'll try and lead the first lap of the final segment. Keith Batson will indeed lead the first lap. So clearly that pole helped, and it's no fluke he won it, considering he did win the first segment and dominated that first segment actually. So it could be pretty hard to catch him, as it looks like arguably the field is still having trouble catching him. And here comes Charles Jackson and Chad Smith. Charles was a pretty fast forward in the first two segments. Chad was kind of hanging out the back of the first segment. Actually, the car fell off the pace in the first segment. And we're gonna go 3 wide for second. Luke Walker to the inside. Wow, that was close. As Keith Batson is starting to drive away from this battle. 17 laps to go at the line actually. Looks like the field's still mainly together. Not too badly split up, as there's a Chevy train coming to the inside. Stephen Bush, John Waycross, Aaron Williams, Jessica Lawrence, and Emily Duon. 5 Chevys in one line, trying to catch up to the 4 of Keith Batson, who is still dominating the race. Wow, really dominating. The guy who I saw come closest to catching him earlier was Stephen Bush, but he had to back out of the throttle, it looked like, and lost a bit of ground. And they gained a lot on him that time. Jessica Lawrence is peeking to the inside. That might screw them. So, it's going to be very hard to catch this 34 car. He was fast in both segments. He nearly won the second segment too. I think he finished second or third in it. And Jessica Lawrence is now merged into the second position. She never really poked her head out in the first 2 segments. It's pretty clear she wants to win this segment and win the All-Star race itself. So this will be her only season in the Lucas Oil Cup Series, so this is her only All-Star race shot. As Keith's got her all over his tail, Then he's got the 5 of Emily Doohan, who made it in the showdown. Keith won at Talladega. Jessica Lawrence won at Atlanta. Mark Gillette won the last race at Richmond. Deegan Ponder barely made it in through the showdown. Kyle Perry, he replaced the guy, and I think the caution's out. Yes, it is. Christopher Martin is wrecked with Navy John Waycross. So the first wreck of this All-Star race, and it comes in the final segment. Can you believe that? So an interesting situation we have on our hands. I doubt anybody was thinking that the All-Star, that we'd have a wreck, considering that in the first 2 segments it was perfectly clean. We had a scrape. Oh, right. The 24. He got into the 33, squeezed him up into the 36. He got the wall, and then the 36, and then the 36 bounced back down. Actually, the 24. Yeah, he bounced into the 33. Then the 36 he went up and got the wall. Then bounced back and then bounced back into the 33. And that's what sent Christopher Martin around. So, tough break for Christopher Martin, and it looks like he will not get a shot to win this All-Star race. But 9 laps in, we have our first caution. So, tough break for Christopher Martin. But it looks like we'll be having an 8-lap shootout to decide this race. Hopefully. The green flag is back out, and Keith Basson leads the field to the line. Emily Doohan is peeking to the inside of Jessica Lawrence. Looks like Jessica didn't get a very good restart, and Emily's going to take the 2nd position. And Keith is driving away again. At least trying to. Mark Gillette's coming to the inside of Emily Doohan. That's for 2nd. But Keith is driving away again. So, looks like people are forgetting that the 34 car is the race leader. Looks like the 83 might be peeking to the inside of the 47. Indeed, he is. Deegan Ponder, who nearly won the 2nd segment, actually. He's looking to the inside, maybe. The 47 cuts him off, though. So Mark Gillette's gonna hold him off for now and set his sights on the 34 car. A couple of Toyotas actually right there. So Toyotas are working a bit together to maybe catch that 34 car, but no, we're not. Deegan Ponder says, I want to go to the inside and win this All-Star race. Oh, he slid up a bit and lost some traction. Here comes Charles Jackson to the inside. He's looking for 2nd. There's no way they're going to catch that 34 car if they battle side by side like this. There's 5 laps to go. There's absolutely no way they're going to catch this 34 car side by side. So Charles Jackson probably going to have to push that 83 to the 34. Right now, he's actually doing a very good job of it. And he's shoving the 83 all the way up there. Keith Basson might want to be careful because he's got a huge train of cars behind him now. The 10 is poking his nose underneath the 6 car for the 3rd spot. As the 83 might be looking to the inside of the 34. No, they'll be pushing him down with 3 laps to go. Keith's trying to hold on. Oh, the caution just came out. Kyle Perry's wrecked. And that is going to end the All-Star race. Keith Basson wins. He dominates the race. If Deegan Ponder had 1 more lap, I think he would have won the race. But this race is over, and Kyle Perry's the loser. Looks like him and maybe Jake Johnson might have gotten into it. Oh, yep. Ooh. This was battling for the 15th position. Tom Bourne, I don't know what he's doing right here. He just takes out the 88. Ooh. The 88 comes back up into the 16. And then the 42 has absolutely nowhere to go. And Christopher Martin's going to run a bit into it. And then you have several cars spinning out on the backstretch. And then if Deegan Ponder had one more lap, I think he would have won this race. Because he was peeking to the inside coming to the start-finish line. Right there, he peeked to the inside. I think he would have won this race because he would have had a spot in. And Jake Johnson couldn't even drive away from the accident. So a tough break for Jake Johnson. And the guy going home with $1 million is Keith Batson. So it looks like Keith was probably hoping and praying for a caution at that point, and he got his wish. So great run for that underfunded 34 team. And the Barrett Jackson Ford from Front Row Motorsports will go to victory lane in the All-Star race. He won at Dega, which is actually kind of ironic considering that David Reagan won at Talladega in a Front Row Motorsports 34 car. So very ironic that he wins at Talladega and then wins the All-Star race in that Front Row car. So great showing for Front Row Motorsports today. This was the only car they could get in. Second will be Deegan Ponder, coming oh so close to victory. Third will be Charles Jackson, once again fast, but not fast enough to get the victory. Andy Tran never really showed his face, but it looks like this segment he really showed his stuff. He's gonna finish fourth. Ryan Wallace qualified bad in every segment and is going to come home fifth. Zach Mayo kind of been a 10th place car all race. He's going to finish sixth. Emily Duong showed some strength, but he's going to finish seventh. Eighth will be Mark Gillette, who had a shot but didn't quite get it. Segment 2 winner Riley Ogle is going to finish ninth. And Chad Smith, who had an average car all race, will finish 10th. Jessica Lawrence, she dropped all the way back to 15th, so tough break for them. And the white flag and the yellow flag is out for Keith Batson. And we will see you when he crosses the start-finish line and collects his $1 million. And it looks like he might have been out of fuel. What do you know? Keith Batson ran out of fuel. Something, or the engine broke on the last lap, and he's still gonna win the race. And I think somebody might have broken down, because I'm pretty sure that Ryan Wallace just came home fifth. But wow, Keith Batson, the car literally broke as he crossed the start-finish line. Well, he's gonna get $1 million, but I'm not sure if he's gonna make it to victory lane, so we'll just see about that. I don't know what happened to that 34 car, but it looks like it broke coming across the start-finish line. Well, he at least won the race, but it's gonna be kind of hard to get to victory lane with a car that's barely able to move at 50 miles an hour. He might be able to make it. That's what it looks like. He's gonna make it, but wow. All of these guys gave a great show tonight. Had a really clean all-star race until the final segment. It was pretty obvious it was gonna get wild, but two crashes the whole race, both in the final segment, so we'll take it, I suppose. So So overall, just a great race. These guys gave a great show out tonight, and congratulations to Keith Batson on winning the All-Star race.